Part 2 of my 6055 and 6056 reporting is going to be covering 6055. 6055 really applies to issuers of coverage. So if you're not an employer offering a self-funded plan, you can stop listening right now. This is really for people that are offering self-funded insurance programs. So 6055 is required reporting for anyone that provides minimal essential coverage to an individual. This could be insured plans, self-insured plans, or government-sponsored programs. So the person that's going to be required to fill this out on insured plans is a health insurance carrier. On government-sponsored programs, it's going to be the government agency that oversees those programs. But most likely, I'm talking to you as a self-insured group health plan. Now, the person responsible for doing the reporting is the plan sponsor. If you're an employer sponsoring a self-insured plan for your employees, that's you. But in other situations, the plan sponsor might be somebody other than the employer. An example of that might be a union organization or any other type of multiple employer group that's covered by ERISA or other entities that might offer self-insured plans. The whole purpose of the 6055 reporting is essentially to provide the IRS the information they need to verify that each individual has satisfied the individual mandate under the law. In order to do this, the 1094B is going to be filed as a cover sheet for which the sponsor would submit all the 1095s for each employee. The 1095B provides the information on each person, verifying on a month-by-month basis that they had minimal essential coverage. So again, you can see what the 1094B looks like. It's essentially a cover page for which you're going to submit all the 1095Bs to the IRS. And then the 1095Bs are for each individual employee. So it's going to provide information about the actual individual, it's going to be providing information about the employer, and it's going to provide information about the issuer of coverage. Further down the page, you're going to list each covered individual, their social security number, and then whether they were covered for all 12 months of the year or what months they were covered if it wasn't for the entire 12-month period. So just for a quick example, John is enrolling for him and his wife, and they're going to be covered for the entire calendar year. Meanwhile, John and his wife have a baby on June 15th and enroll the baby for coverage from the birth date. So on the 1095, you'll see Part 1 has John's information, the employee. Part 3 has the information about the company issuing coverage. And then Part 4, you'll see John, John's wife, and John's baby. And you'll see John and John's wife have the box checked for all coverage for all 12 months. And then John's baby, you'll see coverage for the months checked from June on through December. So as you can see, there would be a lot of manual work if you were to have to do each one of these forms for each one of your employees. And you certainly don't want to wait till the end of the year to have to put together some forensic accounting to figure out who had coverage for what months. Additionally, a lot of the technology vendors have already started shutting their doors to new clients, so you don't want to wait too long to get on top of this. In the next part, we'll cover 6056, which applies to all large employers.